Good morning, students. See, again today we are going to continue with the bookkeeping only. So now I'll be explaining advantages of bookkeeping. Already what I told you in the last class, bookkeeping means whatever we are writing in the rough note, that is called as bookkeeping. And it should be transferred to the permanent classwork according to the subjects we are maintaining. That is called as accounting. Okay, my students? So that is the meaning of bookkeeping. Now advantages. So first one is the bookkeeping is helpful because it's a permanent and reliable record for us. And always it is useful to get only financial information. Suppose for example, I have spent 100 rupees to purchase this thing, that thing. So every transaction record we are having. Then it also helps to control the business activities. Then almost all the record shows a proper evidence. Then bookkeeping is very useful to find out the tax liability. Then at the last, the financial information, it is very relevant for the business transaction, whether further we can increase our unit in future. Now next we are going, what are the drawbacks of the bookkeeping? Drawbacks means demerits. See, only monetary transactions, that means only money based transactions only we can able to record here, and the effects of price changes are not considering here. Then financial data recorded are all are in historical in nature. So these three are the drawbacks. Now next important 3 marks question, mark students, what are the differences between bookkeeping and accounting? See, bookkeeping, as I told you, it is a classification of business transactions almost. But accounting means it is concerned with classifying, summarizing, analyzing, and interpreting the data. Bookkeeping is a first stage, that means the primary stage, but accounting it includes to analyze, so it is a secondary stage. Bookkeeping is routine and clerical in nature, but accounting is analytical in nature. It requires a knowledge of journalizing and posting. It requires a thorough basic knowledge about the principles of accounting procedures. Then most of the skills are not required for bookkeeping, but here it requires an analytical procedure. How to write a journal, how to post into ledger. So these are the differences between bookkeeping and accounting. Now next we are going, what are the relationship between bookkeeping, accounting and accountancy? That is what I have showed. So bookkeeping is a part of accounting. It's the primary stage of accounts. It is a process. It's a continuing one. But accountancy is a process of recording, analyzing, interpreting the financial data, systematic knowledge of process. Then next we are going, what are the accounting principles? So accounting principles means AAP. So accepted accounting principles. So based on certain norms which has been developed and established for the sake of the accounting system. So this is called as accounting principles. Now slowly we are going, what are the concepts? So we have various concepts. So first I will read one by one. First one is business entity concept. So business entity concept means, so business transactions are recorded in the books. So for example, capital. A person, one who invests money in order to start a business. So such a persons are called as owner, and the money invested in the business is called as capital. So it has a separate unit, the owner and the money invested. That means the capital. So that shows the first concept called as business entity concept. The next one is money measurement concept. So almost all the transactions are recorded in the serves of money. So money plays an exchange medium of transactions here. For example, 1 lakh computers has been purchased. 1 lakh goods has been sold. So like that, these are all based on the transactions. Then going concern concept. So going concern means it goes in a perfect order. The estimation of the assets and liabilities. So assets, as I told you, there are two type of asset. Fixed asset, which has a long life. Current asset, easily convertible into cash. Liability means all the company borrowings. Then a cost concept. So main importance has been given to the cost only. So for example, building purchased for 1 lakh. So whereas the cost shows a prominent role here. Then a dual concept. So where there will be an affect, that means, see the picture I am showing, this is a best example for a dual concept. Dual means a double, the debit and the credit. Purchased goods for rupees 10,000. So purchase also we have to give an entry, cash also we have to give an entry. So it will affect both the side. So it is called as a dual concept. The next one is periodicity concept. So it is based on the creditors, investors, employees. So where we are interested in knowing the performance of the business. Then the matching concepts. So all the expenses has been paid during the year. Based on the other side, we have to calculate our income. The next is realization concept. So continuously when we are using an asset, the value of the asset will be decreased. So there will be a change in the value of an asset. So that is called as a realization concept.